some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Clemson's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Right on the money. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
He's got his man, makes the grab. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. They'll ride Davis here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Spears. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The option look. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the earth. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting...
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's open on the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the 1st down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that 1st down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to the air on second and short. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The Tigers have a chance to make that turnover pay off as they come to the line. He might want another play. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Bryant. A little release to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Give to the back. Turning it on. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
They want to run it left here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now on second down. The give to the back. Slithers into space. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quick shuffle pass. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back, keeping their own end. And the returner is stopped. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Bryant. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the...
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. This time he's got it. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Throwing right. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened? Respectable.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There, he gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Bryant. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout because of the success they've had recruiting.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw again. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Good job by the receiver there. Not
outs, Reese. They say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. To the air, it's Bryant. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's Spears.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Huskers will call on their punt team. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Wants to bring it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A shot toward the end zone. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to
touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by just 2 to Ole Miss. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Under fire. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. The sure hands, it's Davis. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. To the air, it's Denson. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot, and then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, or we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
No good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Handoff from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Cornhuskers can really attack on this second and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The RPO fire complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Here we go, set.
Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
But you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Rushes on him. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Spears. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Rousseau. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. This Clemson defense has been something across the entire game. Old school lockdown.
I mean, unbelievable. Shutting down everything you want to do. Shutting down the run, shutting down the pass. This defense has been lights out. We've seen a lot of great defensive performances from the Clemson Tigers. This is right up there with the best of them.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and